Alright, let's look at this. Got 1 point in my soul tree. Soulbender. Increases the runic power generated by Death Chaser. How much does it generate? I think like 20? Yeah, 20. So 30%. I don't really feel like I'm having runic power issues right now. Maybe I'll have to come back for that later. 15% increased damage. Okay, that's good. But there's not a lot of enemies, even in dungeons with some of the bosses. That's basically it. Like the end of the dungeon boss is the only one that's gonna seem to allow me to go through my rotation for this to be meaningful, so we'll wait on that. That'll be a later pick, I guess, once I hit this barrier and I need to grab other stuff. Or who knows, maybe before that. Let's see what we got here. Soulbane. Death Chaser now applies Soulbane to the target for 5 seconds. Increases my crit chance against them by 5%. That's not bad. What is my crit chance right now? That's terrible. I mean, it's not too bad, I guess, but yeah. Increases the critical strike chance of Dirge and Murder by 3%. Okay, that was good. What does this do again? Imbue your weapon with ghostly power for 50 seconds, causing melee attacks to deal 50% additional damage as Shadow. That's not bad. And this damage dealt by ghostly weapon now strikes 2 additional. Okay, so it becomes like a shit. I forget what it's called from Combat Rogue in retail. In addition, ghostly weapon now causes Death Chaser, Soul Rend, and Wraithblade to strike up to 2 additional targets near them. Okay, that's actually probably really helpful as I'm leveling, when I'm doing dungeons, all that, because stuff just dies so fast, even when it's like an AoE pull. And I don't really have like 2 AoEs. They're pretty good, but this one's got a 30-second cooldown. This one is just a dot that doesn't do any front end damage, so there's no point in. I mean, that's not really anything, you know. This is probably going to be good. Spectre's Call. Damage dealt by Soul Rot now has a 50% chance to apply Spectre's Call. Okay, that is damage taken. Okay, so another. Probably better at closer to level cap, and things don't die as fast. What do we got? This Bleeding Spirits. Casting Wraithblade now causes your target to bleed, leeching an additional 10% of the damage dealt as spectral damage every half second for 3 seconds. Okay, the damage dealt ignores resistances and invulnerabilities. That's so. I mean, that's got like what, 30 second cooldown? 30 second cooldown to use that. So every 30 seconds I use that and I get this. Yeah, no, I think we get that. So, well, what is after this? Striking at least 3 enemies with Death Chaser, Soul Render, or Wraithblade increases the duration of your go. Okay. How long does it last for again? 15 seconds? That is pretty good. So, 15 and we can buff it by 3, but I can't ever go beyond the 15 seconds. Well, that means in AoE situations, though, I probably will always be able to have this up. Okay, what was that? What was this one? Yeah, okay. Every 3rd cast of Death Chaser or Soul Rend transforms your next Death Chaser within 15 seconds into Veil Piercer. Huh. Again, another. That's cool as fuck, but it's. Yeah, okay, so strikes an enemy for 150% weapon damage, plus 99 is Shadow Strike damage, so Shadow Strike does both Shadow and physical, if I remember right. And refreshes the duration of Soul Rend and Reeve. Okay. Deals 30% increased damage to enemies below 35. Okay. Does Death Chaser, was that? No, I swear that used to be. Because they just updated like a week ago all the like Reaper stuff. I'm pretty sure that Death Chaser used to be an execute ability on its own. So this transforms it into an execution ability. Well, I mean, it's an any time ability, but it has an execution backing stat to it, if that's what I want to call it. Alright, so that's alright. What do we have here? So Dirge now generates 5 additional runic power plus an additional 5 when it critically strikes. Huh. Again, Not sure how much I need a boost with runic power generation right now. It feels kind of like you already generate a little too much. I mean, this generates how much? 15 runic power. You know, this only costs 30. When you're at 100 runic power, when you're full, you can cast 3 of these. Sorry. And you know these. So this, every time you go through a rotation, you finish, you get another 20 and 40. If you just get, okay, that generates one every 2.5 seconds. It's just it feels like you don't need the extra runic power. Not yet, anyways. We'll see. Increase the damage of Reeve and Death Chaser by 15%. That seems like that'll be a staple to grab. Reduces the cooldown of Limbo. Okay, so what's really cool about Limbo is... Where is it? Where is it? Do I not have it? Yeah, oh, I do have it. It's right here. I just didn't add it to my bars. So, Limbo makes it so that you're immune to all harmful magic effects, right? And it instantly restores 30% of your health and runic power. The thing about Limbo is, at level 30, you get this passive which makes Limbo apply Underwalk. Underwalk is your stealth. It's just your stealth ability. So this effectively turns Limbo into a Vanish if you play Rogue on retail WoW. So this is a Vanish, eventually, naturally. If you take it over here, why wouldn't you? And then we have this, which reduces the cooldown on that by 1 minute. So you get a 2-minute Vanish. Now, is this something I would want to take outside of PvP, or outside of a very coordinated high-end dungeon, or like Mythic Pluses, or you know, Ascension level raiding? Probably before Ascension level, but I mean, if I'm gonna raid, I would probably want this. But right now we're not raiding, so... Alright, so when you use a Soul Infusion ability, your finishers, your damage dealt by murder is increased by 15%. So essentially, 6 seconds, you get through. In less than 6 seconds, you build up enough soul, which is like basically combo points for Rogue. You build up enough every 6 seconds to use another finisher. And that is what they're talking about here. A Soul Infusion ability would be a finisher. And so basically you can effectively keep the damage of your murder at 15% bonus after your first partial rotation. Hello, Kaidia. I feel like I don't ever see anybody around here. Anyway, so your murderer strikes... Oh, okay, that isn't bad at all. I think I'm gonna have to go with Ghastly Hilt for now. Just buff up my AoE a little bit. Yeah. Alright, and this queue is crazy. Just trying to find some people to run this RDF. RDF is the Random Dungeon Finder. LFG. While we wait for that, let's go kill some stuff, do some quests. Find Kayla Shadow. Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna read. I've done this all a million times. If you're watching this, you've probably done these a million times. Just pick them up and go. Right? think that this is the last one to pick up here.
Be careful.
I need to make sure I don't
Gods
have
watch over you.
too many quests. Alright. Because when this queue pops, whatever dungeon I get in, it's gonna have quests for me. Need to have space. Oh, we should probably just go here. Go out there, right? Did I set my Hearthstone to this place? Nope. Let's go do that. I think for like 90% of my WoW
I am on it.
career, if you will,
Got it.
has been Horde. So I started off as Alliance. I feel like that's a really common thing I've heard. People start playing on Alliance for some reason, then eventually they switch to Horde. And I know back in the day that was a big draw for a lot of meta chasers was trolls. Trolls and orcs, mostly. People wanted those racials. They were trying to push. Free mini lust, you know, all that. Like having your own, and in orcs you get your own damage trinket built in. I feel like it's not so much the case these days. People kind of just, of course you have your meta chasers, but I feel like people just sort of play what they want to play more. Especially with all those allied classes, allied races that have been introduced past however many years. Otherwise, yeah, it seems like there's a lot more balance these days. Horde, Alliance, faction stuff, players. But here anyways, I haven't touched Alliance in so long. That's why I kind of just go back and forth. I kind of don't remember good routes between quests. Don't remember where I should even be going at certain times. It is kind of nice being back here though. I mean, it looks... Look at that. Look at that view. Oh. Ashenvale, it's like the archetype WoW fantasy forest, right? I think a lot of people feel that way. It's beautiful. I mean, 21 years old essentially. I mean, count alpha build days. Jeez, man, look how it looks terrible, right? Let's be honest. It's grass, this flower, the trees. They're so much obvious polygon action. Pokemon. But yeah, either way, considering all that, it looks just amazing. Especially this little shot right here, looking all the way down to what is that, Zoram Strand, the beach over here. You know, I was playing this. I know it's called Zoram Strand. The Strand part, I always just was like, I'm an American. I didn't really know much about anything outside of my own culture, and yeah, I always just thought like Strand was just a name because it's like just a strand of land. I lived in Finland past few years, learned a little bit of Swedish, and I learned that just basically means beach. It's just a beach. That's just Swedish for beach, and it's literally a beach. So we got Swedish in World of Warcraft. Probably got a bunch of other languages that I'm unaware of. Let me stop stalking this guy and kill him. He's level 25. I'm 29. I could probably take him and all these people. You know? I think we can do that. Bam. Yeah, that was just trivial. Oh, we got more quests to do here. Let's kill this guy anyways. Little murder action. Pretty sure this goes on water. Yeah. Complete. Give me my stuff. Give me the quest. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oops. Didn't realize I was gonna have to fight some people here right away. Bring it on! Wish I had a mass grip. Ooh boy. I'm taking some damage, huh? Let's see. What do we got here? We got Limbo. This is not looking good, my friends. Oh, you know what? We got this. Oh, shit. Hello. What the hell? That was actually a little bit scary, the waves there, I'm not gonna lie. Yep. Oh, it's a lady. I wasn't even reading. Widowed Murloc Queen. Queen of what Murloc tribe, though? Alright, what do we get? I still don't know what I have 50 characters and I don't know what these are used for. And they were added at some point while I was taking a little hiatus from the game. As you can see, I only have so many on a small amount of characters, if you consider I have over 50 characters. But yeah, I don't know what you do with them. I should probably ask. Alright, what do we got here? What do we gotta do? Are we done already? Oh, we got the glowing gem, right. So we gotta go there to hand that in. We're gonna just not right now. I'll just hearth back there after I do this quest line, because I know there's a bunch of quests up here too. At least, unless I'm thinking of retail setup, I feel like I remember in vanilla, classic, whatever. Once you get here, there's a bunch of little huts and they have just stuff for you to do all throughout there. It's not just that one quest I'm going to see. Okay, now that I'm here, I feel like I do remember that this... Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm pretty sure it was Horde stuff, not Alliance. So there's a little bit more of that. What I was talking about with playing mostly Horde past 20 years. Let's go look. Yeah, that's Horde. So we don't really get a lot of quests here then, as an alliance, huh? I thought or is there an outpost that I don't remember? I think not. I think this is the outpost for Alliance Zormstrand. Pretty sure. Alright. Now, what was it that I was going to get next? That doesn't matter. We're not there yet! Let me out! This is gonna be annoying. Like, really annoying. Here's another reason, by the way, Soul Harvester. All that extra runic. That's what I was talking about earlier with, it just feels like all of those talent nodes that do something to increase your runic power generation they feel like a joke. Because really, there is no need for it. Now, this isn't a rare spawn, but it has a name. So, of course, I do want to see. Let's pick its pockets. Got 1 silver. Let's see. Bam. Oh, that was easy. A little anticlimactic. She gave me one of those heads though. Can you? How many of those do I need? 20. So, Wraithtail head. A Wraithtail is the type of Naga we see here. That person's head is a standard average, whatever you would think of, size skull. I am just going to collect 20 of those and lug them around. Let me chop off your head 20 times. Walk around with 20 heads. No big deal. I'm an agent of the Shadowlands. It's okay. I can handle it. Oh my goodness. Alright, well we'll just pull this guy over here, since we can't walk. Bam. Bam. There's something to be said for playing the Night Elves with melee. It feels kind of good when you're just standing there jumping and attacking, and you see yourself do a like attack when you do a front flip at the same time, and just pretty shinobi. I'm a sucker for shinobi. Yeah, see what I mean? I can't actually do a whole rotation. So those talent points like this one, no, sorry, not that one. Oh yeah, no, this would require a whole rotation. I need to do one finisher to make the next finisher do more damage. I'm not going to get there doing this. Maybe in a dungeon. Oh, look at that. I've been in there for 26 minutes in dungeon, and there's 3 DPS. Probably more, but there's apparently, at least in my queue, there is not a single tank or healer. Sometimes it pops immediately. Sometimes it takes an hour to pop. You just don't know, but either way, relying on what my talents are based on what I'm doing, what I'm mostly doing is questing, open world stuff since I can't get into dungeons. So I feel like it's a little pointless to take those longer rotational builds when I can just do this kind of stuff and drop people fast anyways. Right? Look at that, I didn't even get to use my finisher. I can use it now on this person, but Something I couldn't remember. Did they change the color for this private server? Or are the meeting stones in retail also yellow now? Because I swear I remember they've been blue since forever. So we got that. Yeah. Oh, we need a statuette. Where is that from? Well, let's kill this guy while we're next to him. Get his head. Bam. Bam. I think that's an. Is that a. How? Blah blah blah. 0.996. And this is. Well, okay, yeah. I should just be using my ghost form instead of mounting it. It's like a whole second less time to quote unquote mount up. It's the same speed. Walk on water with it. Fall. Slow fall. Oh, this motherfucker. How has she not used... That's the first time one of these sorcerers over here did not just lock me down with a Frost Nova. Interesting. Well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I will be right back. Alright, what the heck happened? What the heck happened? What the heck happened? I'll figure this out. Hold on. Just make sure we don't gotta update. There's no update, so is the server down? If the server's down, I'm going to cut this a little short. Maybe I'll be back on in a little bit. But it looks like right now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What do we got? Looks like it's down. It's offline. Well, what do we, okay, all the, oh my goodness, everything but the Watlock Alpha is down. Alright, well, I'm gonna end the stream here for now, and I'll be back on whenever this goes back up, I guess. If you've been watching, thank you. Try to go live a little bit, mostly every day at least, if not a lot of bit every day. Just going through all these different specs. There's like 70 specs, 71 specs, something like that in this game, so 20 something classes, 70 something specs, it's pretty good. But yeah, alright.